Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCal Saber here, and welcome to another Saturday in spinning number 49. The sounds of what I listened to this week from my vinyl and CD collections. Before I get started, I just wanted to give you some news. There will be no spinning next Saturday. This is a normal Saturday production, but next Saturday I will be out of the country, and so there will be none available. Hopefully, on the 26th, I will resume with number 50. But we're going to get started here. Before we do, go down there and hit that like button. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. Help us grow. Everybody, put some comments down there, and whether you like these albums or not, and whether you have any of them. And if you didn't, what did you listen to this week? Yeah, our first one is going to be the fourth thing in my collection from the group My Morning Jacket. And this is Waterfall 2. Double 2. This was a 2020 album. It was their 8th studio album by the American rock band. It's made up of recordings from the band's 2015 outtakes from the band's 2015 release called The Waterfall. All right, it peaked at number 117 on the U.S. charts, and it's the fourth album by them, as I said, in my collection. This one here is nice. I do like My Morning Jacket. This one here was nice and mellow and relaxing. I just kicked back one night and watched it, or listened to it. I mean, watched it. Yeah, okay. And here we go. We got a gatefold. Those are lyrics that you can hardly read because they're in scripts, very small script. Okay, and then we got on the back. And I don't remember if there was an insert with this one or not. This was a whatnot addition to my collection. Nope, no insert. We'll take a look at the vinyl. Vinyl comes on a dark Atco label. This is purple. You're probably not going to be able to see it. It's a light, it's almost trans. Oh, you can see it purple. It's pretty cool. Played very nicely. Like I say, it was relaxing. That was the first one of the week. It was Waterfall 2 by My Morning Jacket from 2020. I then got one here. Some of you might have, if you've been following this spinning for a while, I'm going to say, hey, you already did this one. And you're right. But I didn't do this one. This is Tom Waits' 1977 album, Foreign Affairs. This is my second copy of it. I must have been one night watching whatnot and said, "Oh, I don't think I have that one," and I didn't have to take time to check my database. One hadn't bought it, but it's possibly an upgrade from the first one I bought, so that's a possibility. And the one that I don't keep, I'm going to probably go to my grandson. Let's see. This was the fifth studio album by the singer and songwriter, and the reviews weren't too good on it. But he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for some reason, folks. I like him. You can't tell by his voice sometimes who he is, because his voice changes a lot. I could say that was Foreign Affairs, and here's the insert to come with it. Little bend down here, but no rips. Well, I had it upside down anyway. Yeah, let's see what the album looks like. It's on the Asylum label. The album, this looks very clean. It played very nicely too. As you can probably see, it's pretty clean. All my records go through a spin clean. before they get played and entered into my collection. I've been debating on upgrading to an ultrasonic, but the next step up would be the Vivor 6L. And from what I've read, that's not too much of an upgrade over Spin Clean. So, is the money worth it? I don't know yet. I'm still debating. If you got ultrasonics out there, please talk to me about them. Let me know what you think. So this was the second one of the week. Foreign Affairs by Tom Waits from 1977. Okay, the next one is the second album in the Black Sabbath Anno Domini box set. I played the first one before, which was Headless Cross. This is TYR. Okay, this was released in 1990 by Black Sabbath, the 15th studio album by the English rock band. This album represents the most dramatic departure from Black Sabbath's traditional sound, with only traces of it found in the occasional riff. As a growing fan of Black Sabbath, as I've grown, and I actually got their T-shirt on today, I'm not familiar with all of their discography. All I know that they talked about, like Headless Cross, the album before this, was a lot of like demon and devil and lyrics and that one. This won away from it totally. There is no inner on this. Here's the back. And I've said before, in case you missed it, people that originally bought this album in 1990, on the inner were the lyrics. Well, they didn't put the lyrics on none of the ones in this box set. They are in a beautiful book, though. There's a beautiful book, and then each album has a space in it for the lyrics in it. But it did come in a nice vinyl protected sleeve. And Black Sabbath. This one rocked pretty good. I like this one too. Even though it didn't get the very good reception. I don't know what was happening in those days. I remember what happened with the first one, Headless Cross. The distributors just didn't put it out. Maybe that was the case here, but I didn't read anything like that on this one. So this was my third album of the week, TYR, the 1990 album from Black Sabbath, and the second one in the Anno Domini box set. Good stuff. I thought that for a minute that was a reflection from my life, but it's not. It's actually on the album. Okay, we are moving on here. The next one is one that I wanted for a while. I had it on my want list, and I finally got it, and I got it from Whatnot. And it was in pretty good shape and played real nice. And this is Welcome to My Nightmare by Alice Cooper. This was a 1975 hard rock and horror rock album. This is the debut studio album by Alice Cooper. Now, Alice Cooper, ranked number 5 in the. What's this rank number? Look at different rankings. It's ranked in the top 5 in his discography. You got a little bit of little thing in here, so I didn't rate it too well as far as the cover one. It did play real nice. Here's the back. I don't believe there is a, well, there is an insert. I don't remember what it was. Here it was. A picture of Alice in this hat there. This is in really, really good shape. This is. We got the spider. Sure you guys remember a lot of these songs on here. You know, Welcome to My Nightmare, The Black Widow, one that Only Women Bleed. That one there was kind of misconstrued for a long time. I was thinking about it was like menstruation, but it really wasn't. It was talking about spousal abuse, and at the time, most of the spousal abuse was pointed toward or on women. Okay, and that's what this song was all about, spousal abuse. So listen to the lyrics again and listen closely, and you'll hear some keys as to lead you in that direction. And let's see what this is on the Atlantic. Taking a look here. Yeah, it looked real clean. I didn't even see any scuffs or anything on it. Played very nicely. Happy to have it in my collection. Did I see a scuff on there? I saw a little dust. But that was Welcome to My Nightmare, the 1975 album by Alice Cooper. Into the collection it has gone. All right, it was time for us to listen to, well, time for me anyway, to listen to some CDs this week. And we got number 37 and number 38 coming out here today. And I want to get to one of my notes up here. Okay. This is the 1989 CD release of The Seeds of Love by Tears for Fears. You know, it was kind of strange that another time, this is another one where the group broke up after they went on tour. You know, that happens a lot of times. I guess but this one spawned the singles, Sowing the Seeds of Love, as well as Woman in Change and Advice for the Young at Heart. Okay, Seeds of Love was at number 1. The other two reached the top 40 in several different countries. Good stuff, you know. And then they broke up, and then they got back together. I think it was in the 90s. No, in the 2000s. And I think they're still playing together now, and it's nice that they got back together. Good stuff. And the current generation is enjoying them also. A little booklet. Yeah, we've got these spiders going on here today. Okay. Where are they? Trying to say where's the best. I can never remember where the best is here. That's probably as good as I can want to get. So that was the 1989 hit, Sowing the Seeds of Love. Or The Seeds of Love is the name of the CD. The Sowing the Seeds is one of the songs by Tears for Fears, 1989. Okay, number 38 is Journeyman by Eric Clapton. It's from 1989. This is the 11th solo studio album by Eric. I've seen Eric twice. I saw him on tour I saw him when he was on tour for this one at Pacific Amphitheater in Costa Mesa, California. Then I saw him at Dodger Stadium it was a dual concert, him and Eric Clapton. That was pretty cool. Both times I saw him, he was just really, really great. Okay. Bad Love was released as a single going into the tour. In fact, he opened up the concert at Pacific Amphitheater with the song Bad Love. And it reached number 1 position on the album rock chart in the U.S. It was got a Grammy for the best male rock male rock vocal performance in 1990. Pretending also reached number 1 position on the album rock in the previous year, remaining at the top for 5 weeks. Okay, really, really good. You just heard a couple of those songs, and I just flipped on something here. I almost flipped me off this script, put me on pause for a second there. Anyway, good stuff. This marked a return to his normal. I'm going to try to say this without. Is a return to form. It's a recent sobriety, doing alcohol addiction. He also had drug addiction he was battling with, and he got sober. And this one was like a comeback album. It's a good one. If you like Eric and you haven't never heard this one, Journeyman, check it out on your streaming services. Good stuff. All right, and then what's on in? See what else I liked on there. Bad Love, Pretending. At the end, Before He Accused Me, that was in Hard Times, were the songs that I liked the best on there. I like them all. I like them the best. I don't remember if I showed you the back of this. So that was the number 2 CD of the week. The 1989 release by Eric Clapton, Journeyman. All right, we are getting down to the finale, which is also always an album. The next album coming out. We're still back into the 70s on these albums. This is by a group that I really like. And I really like their older stuff more than their new stuff. And this album, number 37 in my collection, is Bee Gees Gold, Volume 1. And this contains the early hits of the Bee Gees. Labeled as Volume 1, featured their U.S. top hits between 67 and 72. Reached number 50 on the Billboard Album Rock Chart during a time when the Bee Gees were topping the charts with their new R&B disco sound, found on their current album at the time, Children of the World. Gold. This album won gold in America in January 78 and has sold 1.3 million copies. It's a kind of a second volume release in 79, which summed up the disco years from 75 to 79. I don't have that. I might have to look that up. But I do like the Bee Gees, especially some of their old stuff. Wow. Can You Mend a Broken Heart? Somebody, Massachusetts. I Started a Joke. Really, really good stuff, in my opinion. Okay, it did have an inner that came with it, which is still in real good shape. And it's on the RSO label. This one here had a few scratches. I can't see it on this A side. The A side played relatively well, but there was a pretty good scratch in the second to last song. But there's a hairline scratch going across. I can hardly see it now, but there was a pretty good scratch or something on the second to last song that's created 3 pretty loud pops. It played, but it was 3 loud pops. So, as many albums and everything I got, I don't know if this will get played again. But maybe it'll get upgraded. Never know what I'm going to run across in my hunting for albums. And that, like I hunt for board games. So that was the last one for the day. Bee Gees Gold Volume 1 from 1976. Don't forget, no spinning next Saturday. I'm going to be out of the country to a wedding. SoCal Saber saying thank you very much for stopping by. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to each other and stay safe.